I'm saying it's 6:30, so why don't we get started on today's agenda? We have two items on the agenda for tonight, or two applications. The first is for 113 Main Street, sign on behalf of the Coffee Bean, just for a special permit for an illuminated sign. Why don't we start with that one? Who's here presenting for that?
Andy Soretto Signs.
Okay, and you have the floor, sir. Why don't you explain what you want to do?
So currently there's the signs that they have do conform to the bylaw. He was hoping to have the signs illuminated at nighttime, as he's open at night during his business hours. Currently within the plaza, there are other signs that are illuminated. So it's not really out of spar with anything else that's within the plaza.
Does it meet the same size requirement as the non-illuminated signs?
Yes, it does.
I know I don't know why historically that plaza has been given pass on it, because I know Dunkin' Donuts across the street has some illuminated signs. Unibank in particular has an illuminated sign. Historically, for whatever reason, that has been allowed at that plaza, predating my tenure on this board. My biggest concerns is that any sign that is illuminated is shut off in a building when the business is closed. And that the absolute minimum wattage be used in the light bulb so that we're not, glaring to the neighbors. You got off, so you guys have.
No, that would have been the same concern I had. So what's the wattage and what's the time frame? And
The bylaw 512.5.6 allows for 30 minutes before and after.
30 minutes.
30 minutes before and after.
Yeah, opening and closing.
That's reasonable.
Reasonable.
So one comment I do want to make is, if you do notice on the drawings, the signs do have a black face. So what does happen is at nighttime, actually only the white lettering will light up. So he was trying to keep it on the low key, and he does not have a problem with having it the hours that you're concerned about for when the signs are on and off.
Yeah, I was unaware he had any night hours. I mean, I knew he's up open early in the winter. It would be dark early. I wasn't aware he had night hours too. Is this something new?
I'm sorry?
I wasn't aware that he had night hours. Is that something new?
I believe he does open some early evenings. But as you had stated, especially in the winter hours, he was hoping to have the sign be illuminated in the morning while it's still dark out, to let folks know that he is open early mornings.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. You just have to look for the mob of high school kids down there. Eric, do you have any other concerns? Questions?
Just a question, what is the planned wattage?
They're LED lights. Hold on one second.
So I'm not the wattage.
They base it on lumens, which is, I believe he has it at 5,000 lumens. So it's not overly bright. And again, it's with the black background. It's just the letters that are going to be lighting up white when the sign does light. So the whole surface area does not light up. It's just the lettering. It's what you see in color besides the black.
I'm glad that he's thought about the coloring and the black, keep it as light. I honestly don't know whether that's a lot of lumens or not. I'll profess my own ignorance on that matter. What I would like to say, that if we do a approval and we go down there, it looks like a searchlight, we would ask you to tone it down, and that you'd be amenable to that. But if it's just enough to illuminate the sign, and at nighttime, any light shows up pretty well. So I would just make that request. I think the half hour before and after all of that. What do you think? How do you feel?
The 100-watt light is about 1,500. So that doesn't seem like.
Shouldn't seem like lots. He knows that. Okay. Do you have any concerns yourself?
Not with the brightness, should we think about limiting it just to the present occupant of that building? So if it changes hands,
It's not automatic. They have to come back.
they have to come back.
Sure.
And then,
Well, special permits change, well, actually with ownership, not with
Right.
occupancy.
And the sign will change, they don't come down for another review anyway, before
Yeah, there's that.
we're
Okay.
doing something else.
All right. Usually, he's very good at making, I'm gonna turn to you since you're here and say, you want to make a motion? If you want to whisper in his ear and have him just read that. Oh,
Mr.
wait,
Chairman.
I mistakenly didn't ask the public. Sorry, I apologize. That's something we always do. Is there anyone from the public that has concerns? Dawn?
Can you see me and hear me?
Yes, we can.
Good. Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The only thing I would say is, hopefully in the future, we can have some sort of plan for that area as far as with the lighting, because there'll be more and more signs lit up down there. And I don't know, something I think we should look in the future.
Good point. I think there are, because of the housing requirements the state is going to put in, I think they're actually going to start looking at overall zoning for housing. That might be something we can add to that to-do list when they do open up the zoning a little bit to, I think planning is always smart. So thank you. That's a good comment.
Yep, that's all I have.
Okay, anyone else from the public out there that would like to chime in? Just, I think if you hit the raise your hand button, Amy can see you usually.
I like the way Don did it, where he just kind of waves his hand.
He's the only one that's on the screen, so we could see him. Okay,
I'll
All
put
right,
myself
sir.
on the screen. I don't know how to, here we go. Don't even.
I think Amy's in charge of that.
I don't know how to do that either.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, I learned Zoom and I didn't learn Teams. Sir, you ready to make a motion?
sure. I'd like to make a motion to move to approve the sign for Coffee Bean as submitted with special conditions regarding timeframe of hour and the illumination.
Okay, take the board.
Yes,
Bill Andrews, aye.
Michael Gelb, aye.
Bob Ames, aye?
Bob Butler, aye.
Eric Russell, aye.
There we go. All right, unanimous vote of the board. Just so you know, there is a 20-day appeal period for any of our decisions. So once it's signed and gets registered with the clerk, that's when the clock starts for the 20 days.
Okay.
Fortunately, most everyone loves the coffee bean bagels and the coffee, so I don't think there's gonna be too much complaint. But Amy will be in contact with you. I believe this does have to get registered up in Twister, doesn't it?
I believe it does, Registry of Deeds, and then, so once the decision is done, you will receive a letter also through, via email that the decision has been registered, so you know with all the instructions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, you also get his green cards from the envelopes.
They brought them in advance.
Oh. Must have been a tough one that day with this type big pack. All right, well, thank you very much.
Appreciate your time, folks. Have a good night.
Thank you. Well, thank you. Okay, so the next item is for 44 Milford Street, Imperial Gas Station. It's evidently coming to Upton. They're looking for a special permit pursuant the non-conforming use of the structure. Basically, they're looking for an additional 10 more feet for cooler space. Thank you.
I'm getting one.
Thank you. I'll do that.
I'm all set.
You all set?
Yeah, thank you.
John Nannard, I'm with Imperial Gas. Upton, we recently purchased within the last 6 months, Gazco up on 140.
Yeah.
The site's pretty run down. We're finally got plans in place to get it renovated. I just want to start, this is just a Google image. I wanted to show you how far we are from the budding houses. The closest one is 179.8 from where we're putting the addition. and then they jump to 281 and 312 feet. That's all this is for. These are the renovations that we're looking to do to the building itself on the front. We'll be changing the peak of the roof to a flat style, more of a country store. It'll be a wood front. We're getting rid of the second floor on the whole structure and raising the ceiling, so the ceiling will be upward of 14, 15 feet inside. What we do is we decorate the top, which I'll show you coming up. We decorate up above all the things, antiques and stuff. It's something Kevin does in his closet. Stone on the bottom. Wood panels, horizontal wood panels, a copper metal roof. I'm not sure if it's going to be copper yet, or green, or red, or black, but it'll be a metal roof along the top here. Some old fashioned lighting, and then some new signage. Will be in for a sign permit when we need the new sign permit. Basically, that's what the front of the store is going to look like. This is the elevations from the architect. You can see the store not colored in. See the stone will extend down the side. The new front roof, flat roof around the front. The cooler's going right in the back here. There's currently an existing concrete pad.
Yep.
You can see the photos. We put it right on the concrete slope pad, all but 5 feet. There's 65 square feet that's grass now, but what we're doing is we're removing asphalt. When you come around the corner, there's a section that kind of jogs in, jogs out. It's shown right on that plan.
Yeah.
We're gonna remove that and replace it with 75 square feet of grass.
Maybe I can be able to see the building.
So the cooler, no, so we're gonna tear out that, yeah, we're saving the building. We're just tearing out that back wall. The cooler's gonna extend into the store space now by 5 feet.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a hallway behind it. That's really what we need the addition for, is the hallway behind it to bring goods into the cooler from the back. Right now, there's, I think, 11 individual coolers, each with their own compressor. This will be one large cooler with one
A lot more efficient.
compressor. A lot more efficient than what's going on there.
That's good.
Um,
You've been scared of the gas station down up here? They got a tarp across the front of it, right?
Yeah, I got hit months ago.
no,
so-
I'll do the.
I would say.
So we meet, we meet all the existing setbacks, for the addition. I believe it's 94 feet to this sideline. Was 160 to this sideline, 216 to the back. The only thing that does encroach is the canopy, which is existing, it's doing, it's 10 feet. But we're 43 feet back with the building, so we meet all of the setbacks. It's just an expansion of the use into that new 10-foot area. We have been in front of conservation, not their last meeting, the meeting before. They had some things that they wanted done. I can show you that. Yep. They wanted some upgrades. So what we agreed to do is we're restoring buffer in the back. Right now, there's about 20 feet of grass. So we're planting blueberries, witch hazel, some other species to restore that. We won't mow it anymore. We're just gonna leave a 4 or 5 foot grass strip along the edge, and the rest will be planted out. We're also adding a bioretention area in this corner. Right now, the site just sheet flows to 2 swales, one here and one here. They were fine with this one. The whole site is very flat. It's like 106 across the whole thing. So there's not like a lot of force going down these swales. But this one, after it gets to the edge, it drops off down into the wetland area. So there was some scouring on that bank. I've added a bioretention area. It has a 2 foot by 20 foot area that's 2 feet deep of crushed stone. The water goes in there, it level spreads across some grass into a bioretention area in the back, and then through a level spreader. So instead of coming out as a point flow, now it's spread out. Should take care of that going down the bank. Other than that, you can see the addition here. You can see we're replacing the grass here. That's going to make up for 5 feet of about 5 by 10 feet or 5 by 12 feet of grass area that we're going to put the cooler on. Other than that, we're not changing the site at all. Of course, we're gonna probably update all the landscaping once we're into it. We're gonna be updating the landscape, and we'll be sealing the parking lot, restriping it.
Yeah.
It'll look like a new building. We're doing it in a new operation. We're replacing the pumps with new modern pumps.
If you want to wait for the propane,
No, we're gonna keep the propane, I believe. There's a lot of people that, from the businesses up the street, they come and get propane for their, they mostly use it for their forklifts and stuff. That's where we sell. They have accounts with us for that.
so that's gonna stay in the same.
Yeah, that's the same spot.
I will say my wife has a critical question, self-serve or full serve?
It's gonna stay full service.
Full serve.
So we're actually adding, if you go to the, I have the building plans are on there. We're actually making a place for the self-service station that's heated. The
Yeah.
attendant to sit, he has his own little section now, it's heated. His credit card stuff will be right there, so doesn't have to run in and out. So yeah, it should be much more efficient.
Sounds silly, but that.
I have more, this is kind of, you guys are interested, this is what our store in Mendon looks like in the fall.
I've been down there, so it's always,
These are actually pitches. We usually sell pumpkins in the fall and gourds and stuff. That's the inside of one of our stores. It's more like a country store. This is, like I said, this is the area that's decorated. We have a train that goes around there. And we sell a lot of different stuff. We sell a lot of local products, alpaca stuff, honey, maple syrup from local people in Mendon. And then it's a lot of penny candy, and there's old fashioned toys. They're from the 19s, like when I was growing up, which I kind of like.
yes, just,
Are you gonna have a horse outside?
And what?
You're gonna have
I
a
don't
horse
know if they'll put a horse. Maybe you find me a special permit for
have you seen his
that.
Christmas display when he lived in Millis?
I did. I went every year.
Yeah, I mean, he has more stuff than like.
I know, and it's now in the.
You could put a Santa Claus on every corner and still have extras.
My favorite thing is I live 5 minutes from the store in Mendon, and he has hardware. He has nuts and bolts. I don't have to run all the way to Lowe's or Home Depot to get nuts and bolts, which
See,
is,
that's actually great.
it's a
Boy,
nice little thing.
We had two hardware stores in town, right across, next to each other. Now we don't have any.
Yeah,
So
it,
that-
it is a nice little feature of the store.
all the guys are.
Yes, yeah, we'll be adding it. It'll pretty much be the same setup as the Mendon store. Probably. Yeah,
Someone's trying to talk. Oh.
happy to answer.
Just want to mute up, Mike. So,
That's him.
And
Thank you. Questions by any of the board members? Thank you. That's some tremendous presentation. It's just a tremendous amount of work when they just fix it themselves. Okay. Any questions down there, gentlemen?
One question, my plan just has the topo on it. You have the parking spaces delineated.
Yeah, so I believe they're already painted out there. It's an existing condition, so the parking would stay the same as it's painted now. We're just gonna seal it and refresh it. We've actually, for a long time, when you pulled in, the rims of where the gas tanks were failing, and you couldn't park in that area,
Yes.
and we've recently rebuilt those. We had a company come in and rebuild them, and now there's parking for the right of the building also.
The other question I have is just, and it doesn't really impact this at all. That station had a car sales place. Are you guys gonna continue?
We have no intention of cost savings.
Okay.
they've got that covered in Mendon.
Yeah.
More than covered.
You can see that what's here for parks now are these,
That'll be a separate issue.
these 3 spaces here. That's all that's striped right
The condenser's gonna be in the back.
now. Yeah, yes. Actually, the condenser for that is inside. It's on top of it. So it will be inside of the outside. Originally, I thought it was outside, but they're putting it inside the top.
Mr. Chairman, I do have a question.
Yes, Don.
And I don't know if you guys had just talked about this, but as far as selling cars, I think you can sell up to 10 cars. Any plans to selling cars on the lot there or no?
Oh, he just said no.
Good, thank you. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's more than covered.
We're trying to get we're currently permitting 2 other gas stations in the area. We're trying to get kind of like a model.
Yeah.
This one's not gonna match exactly because it's not new, but it's gonna be similar to that flat roof and the wood and the metal roof. So we're trying to update it to what our other stations are gonna look like, our new stations are gonna look like. And our new country stores.
Yeah, it looks like you're making it pretty new.
Yeah, it's gonna, we're taking off the whole roof.
Yeah, and certainly it helps that many of us have already been over the other establishment, and it's always looks nice.
Yeah, it's clean, it's clean and mended, yeah, it's always very nice.
Yeah.
Kevin takes care of his problems.
Yeah.
Have you already selected the lighting fixtures for the outside?
There's
There's
that,
other ones on the,
yeah, that's what I think we're gonna use, but I don't know if they're gonna be green or black. Pretty sure that we're gonna, I think that's what we're gonna use, that stuff.
Okay. We did have a comment from the town planner that the lighting should be angled down and shielded so it doesn't spill over onto other properties.
Yeah, so
It looks
that is.
like you got the right sort of.
Yeah,
Those
those
are
are.
cheap lights for the pumps, right?
The canopy has lighting for the pumps already.
Is there gonna be any lighting in the rear where the,
I think there's 1 light on the building currently, that's all that would be.
Okay.
There's still 1 light just for safety.
This is a safety question, is it completely irrelevant to this? You gonna put a fire suppression system on your gas tanks?
Not if it stays full serve.
No, if it stays full serve, you don't.
Yeah, if it's staying full serve, we have no intention. So if we did go self-serve, yeah, we would have to.
Yeah,
We would have to upgrade the whole system.
wife would be very happy, that's all.
Yeah, mine too. I will not phone. Every station I do, she says, are you gonna have full serve? And we always have 1 full serve island.
Yeah.
For that,
Um,
even on the new stations.
any more questions from the board before I open it to the public for questions?
Nothing for me.
From you, Bob? And Bob? Okay, any more comments or questions from the audience out there tonight?
I'm good.
Okay, all right. How do we make this word right?
it's my night.
We want, I gave him the shot with his first meeting here, so why don't we make this your night tonight?
I make a motion to approve the application for a special permit for the expansion of the existing structure to add in the external refrigeration and changes.
Sorry. I would just add the condition that Michael had suggested in the memo, is lighting be angled down and shielded so it doesn't project onto neighboring properties.
Okay. And, so, board, Bill Andrews says aye.
Yeah, second.
Oh, well, he was the second. We gotta get a second. Terry, why don't you second it, Bob?
Second that motion.
Second motion.
Eric, it's a lie.
Bill Andrews, aye.
Butler, aye.
Inside.
Michael Galvine.
Thank you very much, I appreciate it.
Thank
And I
you.
was thinking about it, I could have went on as a gas and shared my screen up there. As a gas, I could have signed on.
Yeah.
The remote meeting and then you can
Yeah.
share your screen, so.
Thank you very much for
It's so
coming.
much.
Yeah.
So next person, then you know how to do it.
Yeah, I think we have minutes to approve.
We had
if I
it.
remember. 2 sets of meetings, so.
I put the wrong date last.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Looking forward to seeing it all spiffed up.
Yep, me too. Thank you.
Just tell the other gas station at the other end of town. It's-
Maybe we could buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a tarp across the front of it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So we're talking the July 19th meeting? That one?
July 19th and August 16th.
Okay. Eric, you want to do a motion for the July 19th one?
Yeah, I move that we approve the meeting minutes from the July 19th meeting for the zoning board of appeals.
I second that motion.
And I'll make it unanimous. Bill Andrews says aye.
Eric Russell, I.
Bob Hughes, aye.
Yeah, it can't be. Okay.
Let's get outside.
Unanimous. Okay, so let's see, August 16th. Okay, we get photos. Oh, the reorganization, yeah. Speaking of the reorganization, and I would years, vice chair.
I have that. I'm gonna put that on the agenda for next.
The next one, I think we need a vice chair.
Yes.
I was gonna throw Eric under the bus because he's more knowledgeable than I am. But if you guys want to fight it out, go for it.
I vote for Eric.
I just want to say, I never
I think
even.
it has to be on the agenda, so we
Has
can
to
vote
be on
on
the
it.
agenda. But I'm telling you, it's an
Everyone has to be
important position. I think I had it for 2 or 3 years and never knew it, so. But I do want to say, think that no one person should be chairman. I say like 2 years is a good number. And then it should rotate around a bit. You know, it mainly, it sounds stupid. Someone's got to be available to sign things when Amy puts out the call. Someone's got to sign it. So it's like how much of a homeboy. That even sounds sad, but because it does hold it all up if we don't. Okay, anyways, so going back to August 16th, do anyone see anything that concerns you?
I did too.
I just can't believe the detail you guys go into this now. It's so much work for you.
I get paid to do whatever I should do.
All right.
Sure. You make a motion that we accept the August 16th minutes as read.
Second.
Okay, so I'll make it unanimous for Bill Andrews, aye.
Eric Russell, I.
Bob Butler, aye. Bob Hughes, aye.
Michael Galvine.
Here we go. Okay, Amy, anything else on our agenda other than wearing bulletproof vests?
It was just the acknowledgement that the St. Gabriel's did withdraw
Yep.
their application pending approval for the application to be submitted by the Archdiocese of Worcester.
All right, so
That hasn't happened.
Correct, we're waiting for that permission.
yeah, I know it's gotta be 10 years ago now. They were talking about those pieces, being able to carve those off years and years and years ago. So I'm not surprised they're doing it, or would like to do it. Land value right now is high enough. Really don't have anything else. Do you have anything else on the agenda?
No, I just want to make everyone aware that the next meeting will be at the community center.
Yeah.
Because we are anticipating a large turnout.
Yeah.
So I will be there early, probably at 4 o'clock, setting up.
Wow.
Yeah, I want to make you guys aware that I want to be there because I'm in a butter. I
Right.
need to recuse myself from that meeting.
If something else comes up,
We have not gotten another application. We still have till next Wednesday to receive any other
if
applications.
something else comes up, what we could do is quickly do that.
I'll put that first.
Put that first in the agenda so you may attend, and then you can just leave.
Or I can do it by Zoom, I guess, or.
Yeah, you can shut it off, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, your commute's pretty short. Eric's a little bit longer, mine would be. No, yeah,
I can listen to what happens at the meeting anyway. Yeah, maybe that would be the best thing for me to do, just do it.
Yeah.
remote.
yeah, one of the most critical things that we have to be aware of is you're supposed to go to every meeting if you're gonna vote on it. There is a bylaw that some towns have accepted, I don't know if Upton has accepted, where you're allowed to view the tape of the thing. But it's a real commitment, you really, because these things last a minimum, 6 months at least. So it's a real commitment, you have to hit every single meeting, and if you're missing the meetings, you can't vote at the end.
Then if you're missing the meetings, what?
If you don't go to a 40B meeting, then you're not allowed to vote. And with you reclusing yourself, that knocks us down. That knocks us down, what, six?
Don will be done.
Oh, we have Don the alternate, that's right. Excellent, Don. Think about that, yeah.
And I promise to be there next month in person at the community center.
Fantastic. Actually, you would he would automatically take your place at that meeting.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare that we've had to recluse ourselves, but Ted Briggs, one of the things he had said is that the state, you recluse yourself. Like he left the room. You're not supposed to even like be in there, so you can't like scowl at your coworkers and things like that. So we'll try to,
I'm gonna try not to scowl. You just keep me off the air.
yeah,
Just some boss.
sign in and Mickey Mouse or something, whatever. But we always try to do whatever the regular business is first, so we don't inconvenience you for the whole night you're waiting.
God.
We don't inconvenience you at all. They're not there. But so far, if there's nothing come in, closes next Wednesday, that's not bad.
Yep, and I'll let everyone know, and I will put it before if something else comes in the agenda.
Yeah, something else is just some really nice big maps upstairs too, if you don't know what they want to do. It's a lot
Yeah, if you want to come up with me, I can do.
We talk about the 40B
The
project.
40B, it's a lot easier to see the details.
Like Mike gave me a binder.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
Binder has a small scale down version of those. And a while back, Lotus even took all the town boards out there for just like a big walkthrough so you could see the property. Which,
I don't think you're allowed to discuss any of it.
yeah, that's true. So it's not.
Do you?
All right.
Says secret.
Motion to adjourn, anybody?
Oh,
Okay,
Second.
second. Okay, unanimous vote of the board, Bill Landers, aye.
Eric Russell, I.
All right.
Michael Galvin.
There we go, we're done. Thank you
Okay.
very much, thank you, Don.
Thank you. See you next month.